Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Let's Play with author J.P.Edgar, where I play some games I may or may not have played before. Today we're continuing Resident Evil 1 on the PS4 through the Resident Evil Origins collection. So, without wasting any more time, let's get going, huh? Let's get going. Let's get the capture card working, huh? Let's get the capture card working. Sorry I'm a little late today. Nothing makes you later than getting a flat tire or running over a nail, so either way. I'm a little behind on my my postings. So I don't exactly know what happened last time. I do know we got the armor key without getting squishy, stabby, pokey, rendered, fleshy, deady, D, whatever. Anyway, how y'all doing today in the chat, huh? How you doing? Thanks for stopping in, everybody. Appreciate it. 7 saves. So many saves, and I only just started, I think. Only just started, I think. Yeah, I got the Holy Smoke shirt. Yes. Awesome. I'm temporarily calling this a Holy Smoke Saturday. Every Saturday will be Holy Smokes. How am I doing? I've been busy. Ever since I woke up, I've been busy. So. Oh, yes, the Mask Without Eyes. We got to go to the graveyard and deposit that bad boy. So we got some herbs up there that need to be mixed, a couple of first aid sprays, a number of herbal concoctions that we need to manage. We have Fuel Canteen Emblem, which we have no idea for. We have 2 slots of an item we do not have. Some shotgun shells and a shotgun. The blue gemstone, we actually found a tiger that said it was a red and blue, so we're going to pick that up and put it in inventory in case we go back to that room. We don't know what this is for. This is going to be probably like decommissioned, what's the word I'm looking for? Like basically torn apart and used for parts to improve something. I don't know what. The serum is probably going to be for that snake fight that we were promised but were never given. I am not complaining. And we have 1 out of 2 or 3 music scores. That's kind of where we left off-ish. But let's see if we can't find... Well, first, let's go to what we know. We're going to go to the graveyard and deposit that mask. Oh, yes, and the... What was the map? That's right. Map was one of these buttons. Ah, yes, it was our trigger. Okay. We're going to deposit the mask to get that out of inventory because we know where that's at. And we have zombies waking up. And they are not slow. So we're going to have to be on our toes. We're going to have to be on our toes. That's what I remember. And having cleaning supplies in that dresser in the middle of nowhere still doesn't make any sense. So, holy smokes. I tried to make Brian as innocent as possible when I was designing his character. And him not swearing was one of them. That's not it. I'm going the wrong way. So when he gets stressed out, or frustrated, or surprised, he resorts to divine carbon particles in the air. The holy smokes. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with the next book on Bloodlines. I still don't know if I'm going to make the Book of Maya, the Book of Brian, might be the Book of Maya if I continue that story, or if I'm going to go to something new, because I designed the world and the story base to be whenever I want, with whoever I want. It doesn't have to be one person after another. I know I gotten a lot of requests to do a book of Maya. Because everyone apparently liked her story and her personality. Someone called her a cinnamon roll, and if I ever heard her, I'm going to pay for it. And I'm like, all right, prepare to be disappointed. Because book 3 was already written and released. So I'm also still working on a book of Jace. I will pay for it. Yeah, plot twist. I know. You and your silly swords. Where the heck was the graveyard? Oh yes, that's right. It was up the stairs and to this door. You and your sissy swords. Yeah, everyone really liked Maya's personality. I kind of cheated. I didn't know how to write a little girl, as was proven time and time again with my vampire book. I was taken to the writing group, and everyone was asking, "How old is she? We gotta do this." And I did that, and then she's like, how old is she? Why is she doing this?" I'm like, "Well, you just told me to do it." I mean, granted, you can have a person in your stories do whatever you want, but it still has to make sense to me. And where the eyes should be. So I decided, well, since I can't write a girl, oh, there's even blood on the camera. I think the next time I come back here, I'm going to have the shotgun. So, because the girl in the story is young teen. It is not a YA story, as far as I know. It might be like my usual genre, kind of like the bridge between YA and adult, or you know what I mean, like teen and YA. It's like that gap, kind of like the step in between the step two. If you're going to be reading like Curious George, you're going to have that bridge between Curious George and like Harry Potter. So, but I had some difficulty writing a believable character in terms of the general personality and mannerisms, especially when getting into a little girl's head. So I decided to make Maya mute, which is only half true because the entire reason why I wrote the Bloodlines of Atmos books with Jace and Maya was actually where Jace and Maya originally came from. And they originally came from an RP. Yes, an RP. If you can believe it, it's an RP. So we were building these characters, and there was a shapeshifter, and we had Jace, who was a demon hunter, and Maya, who is his adopted sister, who is mute. So yeah, and it's just how the characters were built and developed, and where I could go with that story, and that's kind of how things turned out. It's just the characters were already designed and built, so I just had to build the world and the story around that. So I at least had that. So that's kind of where that's kind of their pseudo origins, if you want to put it in that method. So I just needed to figure out his origins, Jace's, how he got from point A to point B, and make it somewhat believable, because I used the mansion key. I wanted to make it, believable. I wanted to show the origins on how he grew up and how it's a new room. I'm just making sure I'm not going to get ambushed. Okay, a couple of herbs here. I'm just going to pick up and mix those bad boys. I wanted to show the origins, and oh dear. And I don't know if I should necessarily discuss that thought, because it might be a spoiler. I don't want to give spoilers. Okay, I'm not going to say it. Just in case. It's a precaution. So, all right, it gave me an herb and a spice. So I might have some baddies coming at some point. Ink ribbon there. These footprints look like they're heading straight through the bed. Oh, well, I guess there's something here. Apparently there's green herb there. I was actually trying to push the bed, see if I can, come on, camera. There's nothing in the drawers or on the shelves. What is this? Will you take the first aid box? Yes. But now I do not have room for the ink spools. Looks like someone took something and then left in a hurry. Okay. So, since I'm still working, the lockpick. I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit. I want to do some inventory management and get rid of some of those herbs. Who here in the chat would like to have a book of Maya? Let's see what you want. We'll go from there. Like I said, I'm still in pre-production. Nothing is set in stone. I could start or finish a book at any point. Well, not necessarily finish a book, but I could start a book or start a new book at any point. I'm still working on the edits for my sci-fi mystery. And, I just have like a lot of projects going on, but I'm kind of getting close to finishing a number of them. So I'm trying to figure out what my next project's going to be. I'm still working on my J.P.Edgar 60 Minutes of Writing with the Goblin book. I suppose I should actually examine that, huh? There's nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Really? A first aid spray was inside a first aid spray box. Man. Genius. There we go. Just going to do that. All right, looks like a majority of you want a book of Maya. So, okay. But what if I was going to write, do a completely new story? Completely separated from Jason Maya. Doesn't that sound interesting? Granted, you don't know anything about the story. All right, the room is now green. I am moving on. I am theoretically moving on. Okay, I'm moving on. You just asked if you wanted a book of Maya. You didn't say it had to be that or something else. Yeah, okay, okay. All right. Well, the book of Maya is, I wouldn't necessarily say in pre-production, but the idea is there, and I'm still thinking about it. There's a white lab coat hung up here. Smells vaguely of medicine cabinets. Will you take the lure of a bee? I guess. A collection of insect specimens. There's a switch underneath. I'm going to say no for now. I want to search the room. Will you take the bee specimen? Damn it, game. Come on. Dead bugs. Unlocked case full of various biological reports. Researchers will. A letter is slipped inside. On top, the top part of the letter is torn off. The rest of the letter is legible. Alma, I have tried to survive only to see you again, but my efforts only delayed the inevitable. I am infected, and there is no cure for what will follow, except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them, my love for you. In an hour, I'll have entered my external sleep where there is peace. Please understand and please know that I'm sorry. Martin Krakor. Wait, what? Wait. I gotta check this out. Hold on a minute. Crack horn. Horn. Okay. Okay. You can't carry anymore. That's because you just littered completely on. Smells like something once lived here. Perhaps someone was using to raise some kind of creature. Because now I gotta go back and do some more inventory management. This is not fun, Capcom. Inventory management is not fun. I thought you learned your lesson from zero. I don't care if one came up before zero. All right. You know, I'm just gonna put that away. I don't have the other gem, so there's really no point at the moment. It's a lure shaped like a bee, no hook on it. Bee, no hook on it. All right. Giant bee, specimen for mounting, well preserved. Nothing unusual. Well, I don't really know. Let's just go with keeping these two in the inventory. I want to go back to the bug room. I want to pick up that lure or that hook to see if I can attach it to the yellow bee lure. Turn left. Yeah, okay. Inventory management. Inventory management. We're not having water today. We are having cherry 7-Up. I'm such a rebel. Now, where was that? Was it here? Yeah. Various types of fish hooks. Combined with that. There we go. Now, what is this used for? Well, there is a switch here. Nothing happens, huh? Hmm. Okay, wait. I think I got it. Okay, so the actual insect goes here. And the lure goes here. The lure does not go there. There we go. Now we are going to push the button. No. Oh. So the dead bees came to life. We're going to have to GTFO. I didn't expect that. How's my health? My health is still in the fine, but it looks like the needle is going quickly, so I suspect I'm pretty close to the caution. But with that being said, we now have the wind crest. Where was this? First floor outside. Yes, we went outside. I think it was there. Okay. Make sure I'm facing the right direction. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, just turn left and follow the wall. Follow the wall. Header. We there. And then make our way to the balcony section. Or the kind of balcony, which is where I was. Bollocks. Yeah, we were just there. We could have actually went down those stairs instead of going around, and we would have been basically there. But now I have to go the long way to get to the item box that I was just using for the inventory management, because that is where the door is, I believe. How dare. Not the bees. Fine, I'm making the C's. That was a stupid joke. I want to go to the corner real quick. All right, and I actually have a... Am I even hitting that guy? And I'm so glad the camera decided to randomly switch on me so I can see what I'm doing. They're still here. All right. Looks like we are able to continue. Yeah, Jill with her special forces training couldn't hit anything like 6 paces away. Apparently, special forces was not a forte in special forces. Okay. Now I'm in the caution. Okay. She was a special part of the special forces. I was gonna make a joke, but I think that's not necessarily appropriate. That's the crest of the family. Okay, that's unlocked. This goes to the outside. So I think here's where the wind crest is. No? So it's not there. Ah, I thought I had it. I thought I had it. All right. Do you know where we're going? To the inventory. Ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. No, I got the puzzle wrong. That's fine. It happens. Actually, to go back this way. What? Bollocks. That door is a one-way. So if I go through it, I'm going to have to go all the way back around if I want to explore this door. Fine. After this hallway, we'll check out that door. Title is written as follows. Bring the light of truth to the three spirits. I have auto aim. Do you remember me complaining about the crows in the first Zero? All right, we're going to get back to the gun. I might be able to actually shoot them because I can see them. Yeah, I couldn't shoot anything that was higher than the ground in Zero. So this is a nice change of pace. Me actually being able to shoot something in the air. Because in Zero, it doesn't matter if you point it up or down, the results are the same. So we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to go here. We're going to have to go all the way around to get back to that hallway room. But kind of inevitable at this point because of the injuries we sustained from me trying to Kanife the crows or the ravens or the birds. And we got to do some inventory management on this. So let's get that. And that'll do for now, I think. I think I'm going to hold on to the shotgun. Let me explain. Just the shotgun, not the shells. We're going to have this initially equipped So when we start going into rooms and if we get ambushed by those speedy zombies, I'll have something with a lot of oomph to stop them instead of them giving me non-consensual hugs. And if there are slow zombies or something I can take out with a pistol, such as the birds, I'll just switch to the pistol. It's a little bit less inventory for me to manage or be able to to have, but I think this is kind of like the general. Oh, I gotta use the herbs. I think this is kind of the safer bet at the time. There we go. So we're going to go this way. Because once I go into the inventory, the game is essentially paused. So I'm not in really any hurry to swap anything out. Now, if it wasn't paused, that'd be rough. But then we'd have to have Capcom thinking ahead and giving you the proper controls for a quick swap, like weapon swaps. I could push the left or right D-pad, and all of a sudden I'll have the weapon equipped. But they wouldn't do that. Not for the Resident Evil 1. Maybe for future Resident Evils, but not for 1. I'm almost convinced I've never actually played this game. I'm like 75, 80% sure at this point. I think I saw someone play this game, and I played Silent Hill. I think that was it. Or maybe I played a little bit, but I don't remember anything about this game or this story. Like I remembered more from Resident Evil 0 than I have this game. And I've never played Resident Evil 0. That is certain. That is 100% certain. Are those buttons? A picture of a Valiant wearing a bracelet. Set in yellow stained glass. There's a switch here. No, we're not going to push it. So, what is the goal here? Lisa, protected by the three spirits, a picture of a woman wearing a bracelet, necklace, and a crown. Green, purple, red. Maybe I have to do something on this side. Hooray, color puzzles. Turn orange. Didn't necessarily expect that. Wearing a crown. Oh, okay. Okay. So, green, purple, red. So the crown needs to be green. Purple, and then this needs to be red. I like this puzzle. Colorblind people won't like this puzzle, but I like this puzzle. Orange. I guess I have to make both lights, but green and orange don't make a red. Unless, of course, that's technically orange. That was technically orange. Another mask. I used the lockpick. Yes, I am right here. And guess what? There's a lock. So she could have used the lockpick to get in here. The special part of Special Forces is sounding more and more plausible. I'm not going to activate this this mask, and let me explain why. I have not saved. So I just want to make sure the nose should be. Okay, so without a nose, that means there's 4 masks. I have 2, about to activate a 3rd. Odin, I hope I'm right. Okay. So, as soon as I get a 4th mask, we're loading up for a boss fight. Okay. What is our next step? All right. Our next step actually is to save. So I'm going to be going to the inventory management box, and I'm going to save real quick. Because we did stuff, and you'd hate for me to have to do it over again. I mean, if I was alone, I wouldn't care. I'd just go on until I learned something. But let's see. I'm actually going to pick up that blue gem again. Reason being, I suspect I will come across that tiger statue, trying to figure out what my next steps are. And I'll just that bad boy in there. You see what I mean? So. And it's not like I can confirm their death by stabbing them, because the game would be like, yeah, they're dead. So I can't really preserve the ammo either, and that's frustrating. I don't know how to properly Knife because I don't know how to dodge and defend myself. Alright, let's get the shotgun shells. Combine. That's right, I was talking about the blue gemstone, so I might as well just grab that real quick. And Save. Save. I'm hoping after the stream, I'll actually have a moment to calm down and relax, but that's not going to happen. After the stream, I got to go out and continue my adulting. Then I gotta cook dinner. I won't be able to relax probably until, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. But at least it's the weekend, so. But then at some point, I gotta get some time to actually work on writing. I really do. I really do. But unfortunately, writing has taken a back seat to some of the things. I'm building a schedule to accommodate my writing once more, and I would like to get that integrated into my daily schedule starting next week. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, yes, we were talking about this. We don't know exactly what this is because it's not any of the floors or the basement of this place. So this is something else. I don't know what it is. We could speculate that it's the mansion from Zero, but we honestly don't know because that takes me, that would involve me having to install Zero and, well, it's probably installed, but load up Zero and take a look at things. And that's just effort I'm really not interested in doing. I could. Might not be a bad idea just to check, but who cares? Who cares? Oh, you know what this could be? Um, when I was playing Zero, I did not know we were going to be going to other sections. For example, we went from a train to a mansion, the mansion to the laboratory to the underground warehouse research center. So it might be something very similar to that, where when we go to the next section of the game, we're going to be having that type of map to deal with. Okay. Now, I know it's locked from the other side, but I want to confirm that it's locked from the other side because I have an armor key. See? I was wrong. Let's go in here. What I was thinking about doing is clicking every red door until the key disappears. Clip. Okay. Go. Forrest has given up the ghost. Looks like he's been dead for a while. What does that even mean? Forrest has given up the ghost? What does this mean? But look at this. We got the big bada boom. Foliage plants. Someone was using the bench to place it to stand. Plant damage exposed by the elements. Couple of herbs I don't have room for. All right. Let's take this thing out. Wait, what are we fighting? Nothing. We're not fighting anything. So now I gotta figure out what to do with these herbs. It means stop working, dies, give up. What an archaic phrase. I thought it was just poorly translated, but apparently it means something. It means it was poorly translated. All right, let's go to storage. I want to put the big bada boom away. Yeah, let's put the big bada boom away. Oh, because that's my boss weapon, and I'm not fighting a boss right now. That police officer was not a boss. I could have actually used the shotgun to deface his head, and I'd have been fine. It's an old English saying, when ghosts' soul were the same thing. When you die, you released your ghost. Fine, I'll start using thou art. Thou art activates said door portal. Art thou bored? Stupid Slim Jim! Stupid the splice! Every time I do the Macho Man Randy Savage voice, my throat gets itchy and scratchy. Not the Simpsons cartoon. Oh dear, okay, hold on a minute. They are very speedy. Okay. And all of this because I went the wrong way. I could have saved those 3 shells for other times where I could have used, or other times I could have gone the wrong way. Like now. Okay. Looks like this one's been dead for several hours. Close, but I'd like you to open the door. Open the portal, thou art. All right. There we go. So, now that I've gotten turned around, what was I doing? I think I was going back to that long hallway outside to pick up those herbs. And then I was going to do some inventory management. Inventory management. Inventory management. I think I have time to do this. Oh, I should have just stepped with a shotgun. That hurts. Why do you things? High cautions. That's good for now. I'm okay for now. telling you, I should just use the shotgun on all of them and just aim upward and dehead their face. But I only have 7 shells left. And I can't post dead defile the body, so I can't like remove the head after I kill him because game. Are all men from the future loud mouth braggarts? Just me, baby. Just me. 10 points if you know where that's from. All right, so I have completed the outside hallway and garden section. So, what is our next step? I have probably opened a number of doors without actually completing everything, so let's just take a moment to look around. We have 4 doors to work to potentially open on the second floor. Four doors. 7 days ago, I tried to do things. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see. I'm going to go to this red door and activate it to see if I can get rid of this key. And in the meantime, I might see the tiger with the thingy. With the eyes. Okay. That's where the snake would have been. So I'm kind of glad we didn't open that door. And leave. That's a problem for future me. All right. Let's go left. We're going to go to the opposite side, the opposite wing, and check out that vicinity. There's a couple of red doors there I would like to see if I can unlock with the mansion key or my lockpicks, because she can use the lockpicks whenever the plot seems feasible, whenever the plot seems fit. What do you all think about plot armor? Like, the character can only do something or be saved by something because it is convenient to the plot. It doesn't make any sense to the story, to the physics, and to the rules laid out in the story, but the plot demands that something happens. It protects somebody. What do you think of plot armor? It has its uses sometimes, but if it's overly used, it's annoying. I think it needs to be used very sparingly because it's very annoying. It completely undermines the rules that you've created and the world that you built. It just doesn't make sense to me unless you absolutely have to. If you need plot armor to save a character from some sort of pending disaster, then you need to rewrite that entire section to make it plausible. I'm not saying I haven't used it, but I try to avoid it. I use it more in D&D campaigns than I do in my stories, as far as I can tell. Now I say as far as I can tell because that's like the catch-all if I do have plot armor that I'm not aware of, because I probably do at some point. Jace getting his ass handed to him on a daily basis, but him being okay isn't plot armor. I actually have spelled out how that happens and why he's able to do that. Oh, here we are, the tiger. Okay, that is 1 out of 2. Well, I didn't really expect this. I thought I'd have to get a second one, but I will gladly take the shotgun shells. So I have extra shotgun shells. That works. I didn't expect shotguns. I thought I couldn't do anything until I put both of them in there. All right. So we still have the mansion key. We also have a couple of herbs on inventory. I could use one of the herbs to build up my health from the high caution to the fine. Let's go down to the kitchen. No, that's not. Let's say we did. No. Okay. Yeah, I just want to confirm we actually had the armor one. How do we get there again? Oh, I think that's the crypt. That is where we picked up the armor key. And that's also the first door that we tried, so that's not it either. Let's try that door first, at the very least. There we go. There we go. So now, if I have unlocked the door but not opened it, the door will either be blue or gray. An expensive looking grand piano. This is probably where the sheet music will come into play. A wooden counter made of oak. It gives off a pleasant aroma like fine wine. All right, let's go back to the piano. Expensive looking grand piano. That's not the sheet music. So I think this is where the sheet music will come into play. But we don't have the puzzle, like all the puzzle. And we can see from the map that that's the passage that's probably going to open once we have the puzzle solved. Turn right 90 degrees that way. There we go. Oh, it looks like I could push it. Yeah, I can push it. Yeah, I can push it. There we go. Something shiny. You can't carry any more items because the good news is we're kind of nearby our item box. But you know what it's time for? Do 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 do. Inventory management sucks. Oh yeah, it really sucks. The person who thinks this is a good idea should have his big toe removed. His or her big toe removed. Don't want to assume gender here. I get why inventory management's here, but if we're already breaking the game's laws by trying to convince us Jill's special forces, then you can break the laws of physics and not have inventory management. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what? I might as well save it. I got rid of that dang key. I have an extreme surplus of save spools, so I might as well save it. Because you know me, I'll do something stupid, and then I'll have to do the inventory management again. So much more often. So I might as well, yeah, I'll just save it. All right. We are now back to that. Since we actually reached the piano room, I'm actually going to pick up the sheet music because I might be able to either use it or set it up somewhere so it'll be out of my inventory regardless. We'll see, right? Because we saw that shiny folder, which may have part of the score, the musical score on it, that we can just combine everything and then do the musical puzzle of musical musics and move on. Just one step closer. All right, turning right down the hall. When I was working with the graphic designer for the covers of my books, I wanted a few things to be done prior to any work on the covers at all. That one word that explains how I want it designed is consistency. Because it really aggravates me when you have a series of books that is not consistent with the covers. Especially if you have like the entire series on a bookshelf and the spines just they don't add up. They don't match. So much so that you think they're completely different series or different books. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, Jill can play piano. How convenient. But if you knew the Moonlight Sonata, why would you do the sheet music? You know how to play it, just play it. The bane of my existence. Yeah, it's frustrating. It even goes with D&D, not D&D, DVD cases, which are almost obsolete at this point. Not obsolete, just almost. Looky here. The golden emblem. The closing door. Then we have Trevor's diary. 11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this guy? Or how did I end up like this? A guy in a lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, "Sorry to put you through this, but it's for security reasons." That's when it hit me. It all makes sense now. They're the only two people that know the secret of this mansion. Sir Spencer and myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer will be the only person that knows the secret. But for what purpose? It doesn't matter. It's too dangerous here. My family, I hope they're all right. I decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. Oh, wow, okay. There's more. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter, the one Jessica gave me for my birthday. Oh, I'm going to light this note on fire with the lighter that she gave me. Now it's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. November 13th, the date when my fate was sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said that they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait, even if, as my writing, you can't just give that and say, but. But wait, even as I'm writing, my memory is coming back to me more vividly. Just before I pass out, I remember the man in the lab coat saying something like, "Most likely your family is all ready. I pray they're safe." November 27th, 1967. Somehow I managed to get out of that room, but getting out of that mansion won't be easy. I have to get past all the booby traps. Tiger eyes, gold emblem. I have to try and remember for my own sake. Well, the good news is we have the solution to this puzzle. Does this look familiar? Gale all around the edges? Yeah, we picked this up in the dining room. So all we have to do is play swapsies. We're going to use this, put this in there, the door's going to open. We're going to go back to inventory management to pick up that Gale thingamajiggy, the emblem, and then we're going to come back here to complete the swapsies. And hopefully we can do that. We're actually going to swap the emblems all together and want to see what happens. That is my game plan. Right first door. So how does that sound? How does that sound? I think that sounds plausible. That sounds plausible. But I was talking about the spines and the books and the consistency because if there's one thing I would like to be known for, even though I may fail at it, I don't know if I fail at it or not, is consistency in my work. So, like the book covers, the titles will be in the same font and the same style. It may or may not be the same color because I may have a different color format for different people. For example, the Book of Maya might be blue with purple edging. As an example, I don't know. Odds are, though, I'll probably keep the font the same. That's up, not down. So, but it'll be like the Bloodlines of Atmos and the Book of Jays and Book 1 Sanctuary, for example. So it might be like the Book of Maya, Book 1 Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder or something like that. So whatever it is. But that's all going to be consistent. So we got like the book title, the series title, the book itself, and the subtitle. So it's like I have 3 titles in the Bloodlines book because it's going to be based off of different points of view in different periods of time. That's the concept anyway. So when we go to the spines of the books, that was one thing I was very clear on. The only difference would be the emblem at the top of the spine is going to be different from person to person. Like I mentioned, for example, we have Jace who has like the shield with the pokey bottom. So I might have a Maya with like some sort of engraving of a tiger or something like I don't know. I'm just giving you examples at this point. But that way there's a visual indicator on which book it's going to be without having to read Jace underneath it. But there's a problem with that idea. And that is I have this much space to put the name of the person that the book's about. Jace is 4 letters and it barely fits. So I did not think that through. So I may have to make some very minor changes on the spine design. And that's going to bother me because I just went on this random, like this tangent on consistency, and here I am breaking the consistency. But if I have, let's say, the Book of Richard, for example, I don't know who Richard is, but just bear with me. It was the first name that came to mind that wasn't 4 letters. The Book of Richard. How am I going to fit Richard in this small space? The Book of Rich? The Book of... No. I'm not going to say that. Okay. So here we go. We're going to put the emblem in here. What's going to happen? Not what I expected. Definitely not what I expected. Oh, okay, kind of what I expected. When the two have run each other through, the path to your destination will open. Looks like you can turn the gears on the clock. Try it? No. The reason being is this puzzle, or this picture. To picture 2 knights striking each other, the short sword has been thrust into the breast of the knight. Long sword has pierced the head of the other. So, short sword, hour. Long sword, minute. Long sword, chest. Long sword. Turn the large gear, turn it right. Oh. Keep turning. So I gotta actually make the large gear go back to the top. That's gonna be the small gear, which turns the minute hand. So that should do it. Nothing happens. Two knights striking each other, short sword thrust into the breast. Do I have it backwards? I do. I have it backwards. If the book is set in the world, but is about different characters, I don't mind if they're different. As long as the sequential books are the same, I'm fine. There we go. Try this. No. Will you take the mansion key? Yes, I will. All right, this one has the shield. We now have the shield key. We now have the shield key. You know what? I want to be right back. I want to tell you I'm going to grab a book and I'm going to show you what I'm thinking about changing in terms of the spine. So I'll be right back. All right. So this is the third book. And you can see on the spine, I have that emblem up here, see? And I have Jace right here. I mean, I suppose with a book this thick, I could have, let's say, Richard right here. So it could fit. It might be a little cramped, but it could fit. But I'm thinking like only like taking out the text, see, but having everything else relatively the same. And only, and this kind of specifying whose book it is. So this will be Jace's book. So if I just have a straight up blue square, that might be like the Book of Maya. But you can see it's like, oh, it's going to be underneath, but you got the BOA, the Book of Jace, and you have like the number of the book right here. So, but that's what I'm thinking. So nothing too drastic on the changes. Nothing too drastic. So what do you think? Is that going to be like a subtle enough change to not really screw everything up? Now, note that book 3 is also one of the thicker books. It's probably like the longest book out of Jace's current, like out of like the Jace's books. So, okay, so that's the helmet. That's the dark helmet. I would focus on the emblem more than having your name on the spine. Your readers. That's exactly what I was thinking. So the emblem itself would denote who's who. But if you don't, like, I'm still kind of a newish author. So if you see something like this and you see the emblem, but you don't know that, it might not register until, let's say, I did release a book of Maya and a book of Richard and a book of Jonathan and a book of Victoria or something like that, where there's actually multiple books and only the emblem being different, when people know that the emblem was the one thing that separates the books. So, thoughts? I'm talking to my readers out there, trying to get some input from them, see what they think about that general concept. They'll know. You can also make notes in front of the book saying this is book from Atmos World, read the first book first. Yeah, I was thinking about having something like that too, but in terms of, let's say I make a book. Let's say I make a book, a prequel to Jace. Let's say it's the book of Dunmore, for example. So it would be difficult for me to have a chronological order if I'm going to be releasing things not in chronological order. That's what my website is also going to be for. I'm going to be building different filters and sortings and stuff like that, but the website's going to have the chronological order of the books. So you would know that the story of Dunmore, then it would be the story of Jace, then it would be the story of Maya. Even though the Jace was released first, then it was Maya, then it was Dunmore, for example. So the release date versus the chronological date. That's the general concept, and that's definitely something I'm going to have on the website when I get to that point. No. So that's the concept. I'm still kind of working on how I want to get things structured and done. I definitely want to write more Bloodlines books. I have a lot of ideas I want to get on paper. So Most books have lists in the front of the pages of what other books the author has written too. Well, I believe that is also present. Let me confirm. Oh, I forgot. I dedicated this to my dad. How am I supposed to forget that? Well, it looks like it's actually in the back. Yeah. See, it's in the back, right there. Not quite the front as you were talking about, but it's the back. It's there. It's in the book somewhere. And if I really wanted to, I could have it to where it's going to be in the front. How can I forget I dedicated this to my dad? I feel so bad about that. How did I forget about that? Thinking, hold on. Okay, let's go this way. And since we're going to go this way, we might as well make a trip to the storage unit, reload the shotgun, and do some minor inventory management to see what's going on. And since I have like what 30 ink spools, I might as well just do a quick save. So, take Redwall for example. Chronologically, Redwall is not the first book, but it was the first written. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I think we're kind of on the same page, plot twist. At least with the general concept. I'm not sure I would have the chronological order of the books on the okay. I'm going to ask the community this. So long as you know that the book is separated into subsections. In my case, you got the Bloodlines book. That's the world, right? Then we have the story of Jace, the story of Victoria, the story of Maya, the story of Dunmore. So let's say we have those 4 books. How to really express this as a question? Because you were talking about having the books in chronological order at the beginning of the books. But what if I write the story of Maya next, and it'd be like this book is after Jace. But then I write the story of Dunmore, which is at the very beginning of that. And then I had the story of Dunmore. So now I have a book of Maya and a book of Dunmore in the middle of Jace, and Jace doesn't have anything saying this is where it is in the timeline. Do you know where I'm coming from? That's not very well explained. But that's my general thoughts on having the chronological order of the books. That's why I'm hoping that book 1, book 2, and book 3 will let you know that this is X amount in Y series. That was poorly explained, wasn't it? Okay. So I went through that door already, right? Yeah, I've been there. Let's see. That is the snake room. Did we pick up the key for the snake room? Oh, if we did. Well, let's check it out. Let's check to see if we have the key for the snake room. And if we did, let's we'll take a peek because we just saved, right? So, oh, forgot about you. I knew that was going to happen. That was the future for problem me. Today is the future. um, and if it's for the snake room, yeah, there's no further use for it. Oh dear. So yeah, it is a snake room, and just a snake room. So we're going to probably die and load. Then we're going to load everything up with the with the boss loadout, which involves the big badda. Oh, that's a big snuck. This reminds me of the centipede, but that's not a very long snake. This seems anatomically short. We're going to do this. Alright, that's about enough. I'm going to load. Just going to continue shooting. We'll see how things go. Oh, I'm poisoned. So yeah, I will probably die here presently. This danger noodle is wrong on so many levels. Well, what is this? And there's the mask. Well, let's see if I can make it to the graveyard and find out what happens after we activate it. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to the graveyard, though. And there we go. Oh no, I got bit by a danger noodle. Please don't save me.
Barry?
I said I was going to die. Okay, you cannot save me when I say I'm going to die. This is what's going to happen. Okay? I said kill me. I'm here. Do it now. Nom. All right, so let's drop that off. Let's get the big bada boom. Let's get these as well. We're also going to need the serum. Because after... Do you think we'll need health? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. So, I've been thinking about my science fiction mystery novel and how I want the cover to be. Granted, I am a firm believer that if it's your product, if it's your book, you should not do the cover. You should have someone else do it, someone with a more open opinion on things. Now, there are exceptions, like let's say you have like a very specific design in order and in mind and stuff like that, but you should still have someone else do it. Oh, I need to go back this way. Because I could do my own covers, and that's fine, but I don't know. It's like maybe it's just my confidence in my art. That might be it. But I still I think that you should just hire someone to do your covers and kind of problem for future me part 2. Like now I suppose the exception could be if you're like a professional graphic designer. So if you're like a professional graphic designer, maybe you don't really have to worry about that. You can design it yourself. I am not a professional graphic designer. All right. Here we go again. Oh, up does not do anything. There we go. All right. Combine. There we go. So I did not get hit. That means I will not need the serum. Unless, of course, there is some sort of environmental factor that I don't know about. Nope, I'm fine. Oh, I would love to take the shotgun shells. Nothing catches my interest more than shotgun shells. Tad Williams is a cover artist, but he's also an author. I'm not aware of any of his books that he's done. Tad Williams is a cover artist, but he's also an author. I'm not aware of any of his books that he's done the cover art for. So even though he's a professional graphic designer and an artist, he's still hiring someone else to do his cover art. Is that what you're saying? Like when I was in a band and I was writing music, I was getting ready to do an album and stuff like that. I had like a design, like a cover design and a logo design and stuff like that. And this is like when I was, well, maybe not quite, but I was still younger. So like I didn't know, and I was also like new at everything. So I was thinking about the cover art and stuff like that, but I probably would have done the best I could to hire someone um, to actually create the cover art itself. I will give them a general idea what I have in mind. For example, we'll take this for example. Now, the cover art for the books, I had no idea. I gave him a blank slate. I said, "This is the character. This is the title. This is the subtitle. This is the series note. Stuff like that." And this is the general design they came up with, like the title on top, the J.P.Edgar and the catchphrase in the bottom. This was the general cover that I actually came up with. I would I kind of lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about covers and having other people do it. Yes, or his publishers have. Okay. So yeah, it sounds like Tad Williams and I are on the same page, at least somewhat. So I will give the artist generally what I have in mind. So if I had like the idea for the Bloodlines font, Here's the font I would like to use. Just got to make sure it's available for commercial use and for mass production. That's the big thing. Here's the general layout I want. Have fun. So, actually, that's kind of what I did with this shirt. I sent this shirt concept to Merlin to say, hey, I would like the character to be. Oh, here's something. Oh, this is the Raven Room. Okay, I went the wrong way. Wait, did I? Yes. I sent Merlin the concept and said, okay, look, I have a rough sketch of what I would like. Clean it up. Here's the. Oh, come the heck on. I got the concept of this guy doing the glasses thing and saying his basically his catchphrase, because if you ask anyone who is an avid reader of my work, and I say who says holy smokes, everyone knows it's Brian, because Brian is the only one who says it and he says it often. So I'm not happy with the shotgun, the waste of the shells, but oh well. Oh well. So I gave her this design, or like the general concept. She colored it, did the line work, gave the design, wrote the holy smokes, did the typography. Yeah, and I am happy with it. I had. Oh, a minute. I'm going to need to keep the serum. I'm not fighting the snake anymore. The snake actually escaped. It didn't die. It escaped. So I suppose I should keep it, but yeah. But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like I had this general concept, but I gave her free reign to do whatever she wanted. And in this case, this was the outcome. So, and I'd do the same with covers. So when it comes to my sci-fi mystery, I might have a general idea. I might give that idea to the cover artist, but I'm going to give them free reign to do whatever at that point, because they might have a better idea, especially if they're the professional. This is what they do for a living. So, and who am I to say, you don't know what you're talking about? You know, they've only doing this to keep a roof over their head and food in their stomachs. You know, so. But that just about does it for this episode. If you enjoyed the content, like, subscribe, notification, shoot zombies in the head, talk about book covers, why not, you know? Or whatever the heck YouTube wants you to do nowadays. So check out my website, JPEdgar.com, for my books, whether they're softbound, digital books, or even audiobooks. My blog, my merchandise. This will be up soon. This will be up soon. I promise. I just need to get it a little bit darker, see if it works. Because, like I said, like the J.P.Edgar emblem right here is just it's hidden because it's too light. I might make like a light and a dark logo and stuff like that. And my stream schedule. And those who don't know, my live stream, and my archives are two separate channels. The links are in the description. So yeah, that just about does it. Thanks for stopping in. More ridiculous to come.